2.7 Flame Hero, and we're set. Last leg of the triple trio, and they're off. Grand Champion taken back, and Power Blitz no speed at all. He's actually back last, and Dashing Super won the start. He's been very hard ridden to cross the favourite Flame Hero, and Marwing's more than happy to let him go. Dragon Glory goes up into third, followed by Electronic Fortune 3 deep around Young Warrior. Victory, I'd say, settles 3 back the paint. Then in the red blinkers, Rocket Proud inside Sight Lover. A length further back to Forest Colours, then Cartoon Feifei. Well back in the second half of the field, Power Blitz on the inside at full value. Second last Grand Champion the rails, and Thanksgiving from barrier 13 has been snagged right back to last. Down the side it's Dashing Super in front by a half on Dragon Glory. Electronic Fortune caught 3 deep. Flame Hero tucked in fourth the fence, travelling to the turn inside Young Warrior. Sight Lovers caught 3 wide. Then Victory, I'd say, from Rocket Proud. 2 further back to Cartoon Feifei and Forest Colours as they turn into the straight. Power Blitz is well back on the fence and being hard ridden. Into the straight, Flame Hero can't get a crack at them at the moment. He's got Dashing Super, Dragon Glory and Electronic Fortune all have him in a pocket. Sight Lover comes out. Flame Hero still can't get a crack at them. Young Warrior can't get out either. It's Dashing Super, Dragon Glory, Electronic Fortune, Flame Heroes. He'll need a can opener. Down the outside, Power Blitz gets going. Electronic Fortune just in front. Electronic Fortune scrambles in to beat Power Blitz. And a third between Dashing Super and Dragon Glory, followed by Sight Lover, Flame Hero. Oh, how unlucky could you be there? From Victory, I'd say. Young Warrior wasn't getting much room. Then full value from Grand Champion, Cartoon Feifei, Forest Colours. Thanksgiving was always rearward. Electronic Fortune's been off the course there, but he's won from Power Blitz. Dragon Glory's number 4's run third, just in front of Dashing Super. Well, the last I saw of Power Blitz, he was nailed to the inside, so Dickie Loy's got into the outside and he's come with a belated finish, but he's just failed to get there. Angland hands and heels pushing Electronic Fortune past the post. Trumped runner for the race from Manfred Mann. Number 2, Electronic Fortune, firming to pay $73 the winner and $23 the place. Power Blitz a return of 20. Dragon Glory, number 4, will
maybe a 1200 metre first might be the option before 1400, so I think he's still worth following.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, he's a nice horse. So he got a good run to a point today, but the winner kept a lot of them in a pocket, didn't he, with being 3 wide, no cover, and then Sight Lover, who wasn't really going anywhere, sort of prevented those inside him coming out too. It's well done to Ty Angland.
The Racing Club horse was in that cluster of horses as well. He didn't have a lot of room to move either. Power Blitz certainly gives the impression that he can win a race. Showed some versatility today as well, with no real pace early, but hitting the line well.
Better effort from Young Warrior.
Yeah, as I said, Jenny, he was in that cluster as well, wasn't he? So
yes.
he didn't really get a chance to.
I think Grand Champion might have made a little late ground as well, out wide.
Could have done, yes.
I thought Rocket Proud sort of loomed up at one point and was going to figure but couldn't go on with it.
Yeah, I thought at one stage he might go on with it, but it wasn't to be. He just petered on his run.
Maybe back down in grade. 13.5, 22.6 they went through the first 800 in that race. So a little slower than standard.
So his second win from 17 starts for Electronic Fortune.
And the big one to come in the next race, of course, all the good quality horses, but well done to Ty there again, of old Electronic Fortune.
Yes,
Yan Chai Trophy.
The favourite getting beat there will probably ensure that triple trio doesn't go off.
Well, yeah, there was $110 left, Jenny, so they would have done well to get it, even if it had a run of place, I think.
Well, the other 3 were in the market.
That's true.
But, yes, the favourite.
Favourite out will make it very tough. So there'll be nice little jackpot, nice big jackpot going forward to next weekend.
Well, we are guessing that
you're getting paid too much if that's little.
It's certainly not little. Well, what was going for 27 million today? It'll be 40 or something like that.
35, 40 million.
That's assuming that no one's won it. We haven't been told otherwise. Presume it's going to be carried over.
Well, the consolation will pay all right for those people who are
Very well.
still alive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
mind you, you've done well to even get that. Having said that, Jack's Gem was basically, even money favourite, and he hit the frame, and first leg was very tough.
Perfect moment. Knocked a few out. That second leg, it went from 38,800 to 110, so that took care of a lot. But as you say, the first leg, there's 48 million in there, and it went 38,000 straight away. So yeah, there'll be a decent dividend on the consolation, and a huge jackpot, you would imagine. We'll confirm that in a moment. 213.48, 122.58. So they're inside a standard by around about half a second, just a fraction less. Some nice looking trophies out there for the presentation of the Yanchai Trophy.
There's late money for the winner too. Congratulations to Connections, taking out the Yanchai Trophy. Manfred Mann's had a sort of good run, hasn't he, for the last 6 months, towards the end of last season and early on this
Absolutely.
term. There's not that many runners, but he's got a couple of nice young horses. Of course, he trains Pleasure Gains, who won on Wednesday, and he's got Dining Star, is it? Yes, Dining Star. I'm getting Dining Star and Dining World a little mixed up. Your horse to follow for the season, Dining World. Yes. He's got Bobo Dragon, of course, Manfred as well, who runs in the penultimate event today. So the local handler back in the day was assistant to John Moore many moons ago.
All right, patrol footage coming up in a moment, and we'll just see how tight it was for the favourite and also Young Warrior.
Ty presenting the bouquet there. Is that Ty's second winner of the term? Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think that was his first ride too for Manfred.
Drew gate 9. Didn't have much luck getting in, but the tempo probably helped him. 13.5 and then 22.6 they've run. And going back in the early stages, Grand Champion, I think, did make some ground. Now, Power Blitz, I'm not sure, didn't see what happened there. I was looking down at the section times, but he was out, just sort of seemed big, didn't really have a lot of early speed early on. He's in the yellow and orange colours well back in the field on the rail, and last week he went forward and led, but he did get home very well. Now, Flame Hero box seated behind Dashing Super, working for Dragon Glory, Angland on the winner, 3 wide, no cover, and he couldn't get in. But what has been favourable is the lack of real pace in the race, and he's been close enough, which has been a good spot to be today. At this point in time, well, the favourite's in a great spot in the box seat, I suppose. 1 out, 1 back to Young Warrior, and then we had Sight Lover 3 deep with cover. Victory, I'd say, close, and Rocket Proud not too far off them. Power Blitz, now he's come from 4th last on the rail there, and he really does rattle home. Now, badly held up here, Young Warrior. He's got nowhere to go, with Sight Lover holding his ground. And Flame Hero's got nowhere to go either. I just wasn't sure if late on he got a split or not. And tying out the furlong, starting to get busy on Electronic Force. He's really getting into this as well, riding about as firmly as he can. Power Blitz makes it interesting late on. That's the bit late in the race where I thought Flame Hero was just a bit flat. There didn't seem a lot there. He certainly had room in the last 75 metres to make headway, and I don't think he did. That's not saying he wouldn't have won had he got a gap earlier, but I don't think he finished off to suggest that he would have.
1173 the trio, 87.50, 221 and 201 the QPs.